My friends, there are two kinds of people in this world: those who crumble under pressure and those who rise like an unshakable mountain in the fiercest storm. The question today is, which one are you? Life is not easy. You've faced battles, hardships, betrayals, and moments where you felt like giving up. But let me tell you, if you've ever walked through fire and come out stronger, this message is for you. Because strength is not measured by how much you can lift, but by how much you can endure. And before this message ends, I promise you, if even one of these 7 signs is in you, then you are stronger than you realize. Stay with me, because by the time we finish, you will see yourself in a brand new light. 1, you keep standing when others would fall. A strong person is not someone who has never been knocked down. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. You've been hit by life, but you got back up. You've faced disappointments, yet you press on. That, my friend, is strength. 2, you hold on to faith in the darkest moments. When others let go, when the world tells you it's over, a strong person holds on to faith. Even when the storm rages, you know that there is something greater ahead, and you refuse to surrender. 3, you choose to forgive. Weakness holds on to anger, but strength releases it. When you forgive, you break the chains that try to hold you down. You refuse to let bitterness control your future. That's not weakness, that's power. 4, you stand for what is right, even if you stand alone. It takes no strength to follow the crowd, but it takes incredible strength to stand against it. A strong person doesn't need approval. They need truth. And when everyone else walks away, they remain standing. 5, you remain calm in the storm. When others panic, when fear grips the hearts of those around you, you remain steady. Why? Because you know that storms don't last forever, and the one who is with you is greater than anything against you. 6, you keep pressing forward even when you can't see the finish line. True strength is not just in starting the race, it's in finishing it. Even when you don't see immediate results, you keep moving forward, knowing that every step brings you closer to victory. 7, you never lose hope. A truly strong person refuses to let go of hope. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how many times you've been knocked down, hope keeps you going. And let me tell you this, if you have hope, you already have the key to victory. My friend, if even one of these signs is in you, then you are far stronger than you ever imagined. You are built for more, created for greatness, and destined to overcome. So don't give up. Don't let fear or doubt tell you otherwise. You are stronger than you know, and the best is yet to come. A strong person is not someone who has never been knocked down. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. Life has a way of testing people, throwing storms and trials that shake the very foundation of their being. Some people collapse under the weight of their struggles, but the truly strong rise again, no matter how many times they fall. Strength is not measured by how many victories one has, but by the willingness to keep moving forward even after experiencing failure, heartbreak, and disappointment. Think about the moments when everything seemed against you. There were times when the pain was unbearable, when the people you trusted turned their backs on you, when your dreams seemed shattered beyond repair. In those moments, you had a choice: to give in to despair or to stand up once more. The strong choose to stand, even when their legs tremble, even when their hearts ache, even when their minds are filled with doubts. They know that surrender is not an option. And as long as there is breath in their lungs, they will not quit. It is easy to be strong when everything is going well, when life is smooth and success comes effortlessly. But true strength is revealed in the moments of adversity. The fire of struggle refines a person, burning away weakness and forging resilience. A strong person does not pray for an easy life. They pray for the endurance to face whatever comes their way. They understand that every challenge, no matter how painful, carries within it the seed of growth. They do not see obstacles as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward a greater purpose. Such people do not allow failures to define them. Instead, they see setbacks as temporary, as lessons that mold them into something greater. They do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves or dwelling on past hurts. Instead, they rise each morning with renewed determination, knowing that yesterday's struggles do not dictate tomorrow's success. A strong person acknowledges the pain, but refuses to let it control their future. They wipe their tears, square their shoulders, and take another step forward. There are moments when strength is not loud. It does not always look like roaring confidence or bold declarations. Sometimes strength is simply choosing to get out of bed when everything inside wants to give up. Sometimes it is offering a kind word when your own heart is broken. Sometimes it is the quiet, unwavering belief that better days are coming, even when everything around you suggests otherwise. True strength is persistence, endurance, and the ability to keep going no matter how fierce the storm. Strength is often revealed not in moments of triumph, but in the quiet resilience of those who hold on to faith, even in the darkest moments of life. When everything is crumbling, when the answers don't come, and when the weight of uncertainty presses down, the truly strong do not let go of their belief that there is something greater beyond the suffering. Faith is not just about seeing, it is about trusting when you cannot see, walking forward when the path is unclear, and believing that even in the silence, something is working in your favor. The world will tell you to give up when things don't go as planned. It will say that if you can't see a way out, then there isn't one. But strength is found in those who refuse to listen to the noise of doubt. They know that just because they can't see the sun behind the clouds doesn't mean it isn't there. They understand that just because they don't have the answers now doesn't mean they won't come in time. Faith is the foundation upon which strength is built, and those who have it cannot be easily shaken. A strong person holds on even when life feels like a relentless storm. They know that pain is temporary, but purpose is eternal. Even when doors close, they believe another will open. Even when people walk away, they trust that something better is coming. They do not allow fear to dictate their choices, nor do they let disappointment turn them bitter. Instead, they anchor themselves in the belief that every trial has meaning, every struggle has a lesson, and every setback is simply a setup for something greater. This kind of strength does not mean they never feel fear or doubt. It means they refuse to be ruled by it. They might cry, they might question, but they never let go of the truth that they are not alone. They remind themselves that the night may be long, but the morning will come. They cling to faith, not because it is easy, but because without it, the weight of life would be unbearable. And so, even when they feel weak, even when they are tired, they keep pressing forward, trusting that their story is still being written, and that the best chapters are yet to come. Forgiveness is one of the greatest tests of strength a person can face. It is easy to hold on to anger, to let resentment take root in the heart, and to believe that justice can only come through revenge. But the truly strong know that holding on to bitterness does not hurt the one who wronged them. It only poisons their own soul. Strength is not found in seeking vengeance, but in having the courage to let go, to release the weight of past wounds, and to choose peace over resentment. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what happened. It does not mean that the pain was insignificant or that the betrayal did not matter. But a strong person understands that carrying the burden of hatred only slows them down. They refuse to let the actions of others determine their future. They choose to rise above the offense, not because the other person deserves it, but because they themselves deserve freedom. There is power in saying, I will not let what happened to me define me. I will not be a prisoner to the past. The world teaches people to hold grudges, to seek retribution, to make sure that those who have hurt them feel the same pain in return. But strength is found in those who take a different path, a harder path, the path of mercy. They recognize that every person has fallen short, that everyone has made mistakes, and that grace is not just something to be received, but something to be given. A strong person sees beyond the offense and understands that no one is perfect. Forgiveness does not always come easily. There are wounds so deep that they seem impossible to heal, but a strong person is patient with the process. They do not wait to feel ready to forgive. They make the decision trusting that healing will follow. They refuse to let bitterness take root in their hearts because they know that hatred destroys, but love restores. They choose to walk in peace even when it is difficult because they know that true strength is not in carrying the weight of the past, but in releasing it. A strong person understands that forgiveness is not just for the other person, it is for themselves. It is the key that unlocks the chains of the past, allowing them to move forward without the heavy burden of anger and pain. It takes strength to say, I will not let this hold me back. I will not let this control me. I choose to be free. It takes no effort to follow the crowd, to blend in, to go with the flow of popular opinion. But true strength is revealed in the one who dares to stand alone for what is right, even when the whole world turns against them. A strong person does not seek approval from the majority. They are not swayed by public opinion or the fear of rejection. Instead, they anchor themselves in truth, knowing that right is right, even if they are the only one left defending it. Throughout history, the greatest leaders, visionaries, and changemakers have been those who stood firm in their convictions when no one else did. They faced opposition, ridicule, and even persecution, yet they refused to compromise. Why? Because they understood that standing for what is right is more important than being liked. They knew that the truth does not change based on how many people agree with it. A strong person values integrity over popularity, principle over convenience, and righteousness over comfort. The world will pressure you to conform. It will tempt you to stay silent when you should speak, to walk away when you should stand firm. It will tell you that it is easier to go along with the crowd than to stand out, and yes, it is easier. But strength is never found in what is easy. It is found in what is right. A strong person is willing to be misunderstood, criticized, and even abandoned if it means staying true to what they believe. They do not change their morals to fit the moment. They do not waver when the pressure mounts. They are steadfast, unshaken, and unwavering. It can be lonely to stand alone. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the voices around you grow louder, telling you to give up and follow the crowd. But a strong person does not rely on the approval of others to determine their path. They know that true strength is not measured by how many people agree with them, but by their ability to remain faithful to their convictions, no matter the cost. And here is the truth. When one person dares to stand, others find the courage to do the same. A strong person becomes a light in the darkness, an example to those who are afraid to stand on their own. Their courage inspires, their integrity challenges, and their unwavering commitment to what is right changes the world around them. Strength is not in numbers. It is in the willingness to be the only one standing when everyone else walks away. There is a kind of strength that cannot be measured by physical power or outward confidence. It is the strength of a person who remains calm in the middle of the storm, who refuses to be shaken even when chaos surrounds them. This kind of strength is rare because most people panic when trouble comes. Most people allow fear to dictate their decisions, allowing their emotions to take control. But the truly strong understand that fear and anxiety do not solve problems. They only make them worse. Instead of reacting in panic, they choose to respond with wisdom, patience, and unshakable faith. A strong person knows that storms will come. Life is full of challenges, disappointments, and unexpected hardships. But they do not live in fear of the storm. They prepare their hearts and minds long before it arrives. They refuse to let circumstances steal their peace. They understand that problems are temporary, but their response to them can have lasting consequences. Rather than allowing stress to overwhelm them, they pause, they reflect, and they move forward with clarity. They do not allow their emotions to take the driver's seat. Instead, they remain steady, grounded, and in control. This kind of strength does not mean they are never afraid or never feel the pressure of difficult situations. It means they have trained themselves to rise above the immediate chaos and see the bigger picture. They know that every storm has an end, and they trust that no hardship will last forever. They do not waste energy on complaining or blaming others. Instead, they focus on what they can control: their own mindset, their own actions, and their own peace. They remain calm because they know that solutions come not from panic, but from a clear and steady heart. In moments of crisis, people look to the strong. They seek out those who do not crumble under pressure, but instead bring reassurance to those around them. A strong person becomes a rock for others, not because they have all the answers, but because they know how to remain steadfast in uncertainty. Their presence alone brings stability to those who are struggling. Their calmness becomes a source of strength for others who might be overwhelmed by fear. True strength is not about controlling the storm. It is about controlling your response to it. It is about standing firm even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It is about holding on to peace when others are gripped by fear. And those who have this kind of strength are the ones who make it through any storm, not just surviving, but emerging stronger than ever before. There is a kind of strength that is not found in immediate success or effortless victories, but in the quiet determination of a person who keeps pressing forward even when they cannot see the finish line. This kind of strength is rare because it requires perseverance when everything inside wants to give up. It is easy to keep moving when the path is clear, when results come quickly, and when there is visible progress. But the truly strong are those who continue to walk forward, step by step, even when the road is uncertain, even when progress feels slow, and even when they have no guarantee of success. Life is full of seasons where everything seems unclear. There are times when doors remain closed, when prayers seem unanswered, and when hard work does not immediately bring reward. In these moments, many people stop trying. They grow tired. They lose hope. and they decide that maybe their dreams were never meant to come true. But a strong person does not allow temporary delays to become permanent defeat. They know that just because they do not see the finish line does not mean they are not getting closer. Just because results are not immediate does not mean progress is not happening. They walk by faith, not by sight, trusting that perseverance will eventually lead them to where they are meant to be. A strong person understands that great things take time. They do not seek shortcuts, and they do not abandon their purpose just because the journey is difficult. They know that endurance builds character, and that true success is not just about reaching a goal. It is about who they become along the way. They refuse to quit because they believe that every struggle is shaping them into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what is ahead. There are moments when moving forward means taking small steps, barely noticeable to anyone else. There are times when the weight of discouragement feels overwhelming, when progress seems invisible, and when exhaustion whispers that quitting would be easier. But a strong person silences those voices and takes another step anyway. They understand that even slow progress is still progress. They remind themselves that some of the greatest victories in life come not from speed, but from endurance. The ability to keep going even when the journey is long and the destination is uncertain. This kind of strength is what separates those who give up from those who see their dreams fulfilled. It is not about having all the answers or knowing exactly when the breakthrough will come. It is about trusting the process, refusing to give up, and believing that as long as they keep pressing forward, they will reach the finish line in due time. My friend, if you see even one of these signs within yourself, then you are far stronger than you ever imagined. Strength is not about being the loudest or the most powerful. It is about endurance, resilience, and unwavering faith. It is about standing firm when life tries to knock you down, holding on to hope when everything seems lost, and pressing forward even when the road is unclear. The world may not always recognize your strength. There will be times when you feel alone, when the weight of your struggles seems too heavy to bear. But remember this: true strength is not found in how the world sees you, but in how you choose to face life's challenges. It is found in your ability to forgive, to remain calm in the storm, to stand for what is right, even when no one stands with you. It is found in your refusal to quit, your determination to rise after every fall, and your faith that carries you forward no matter what comes your way. So don't give up. Don't let fear, doubt, or discouragement convince you that you are weak. You have faced battles and survived. You have walked through fire and come out stronger. You have endured storms that should have broken you, but here you are, still standing. That alone is proof of the strength within you. And if no one has told you today, let me remind you, you are stronger than you know, and the best is yet to come. Keep going, keep believing, keep standing, because your strength is not just for today. It is for the great purpose that lies ahead.